I just got back from a pretty good trip into DC from out here in the burbs where I live. I actually have really good luck with all of my public transit, which doesn't always happen. Why did I go into the city? Well, it's free RPG day when I'm recording this, which is probably quite some time ago when you're watching this. And first I went to my favorite game store in the region that I have visited, and that is Labyrinth. And they have a more specific name. What is their actual name here? It is Labyrinth Games and Puzzles. That's what they are actually called. And there I got the thing that I was most looking forward to today for Free RPG Day, and that is Goodman Games' their book for the thing, which is Piercing the Demon's Eye. Free RPG Day module for 2023, a level 2 adventure by Daniel J. Bishop. Oh yeah, there's even a free code, there's a download code in the front. I'm not going to show that off. I haven't looked at this, didn't look at it even on my way home. Here is the back, if you care to look at that. Let's see. Intended for 6 to 8 that's a lot, second level characters. This is a deadly adventure in which all classes will be tested, but those who venture herein without a thief are surely doomed. Don't call me Shirley. Anyway, cool, great. Oh, looks like some good thieving art going on there. Spoilers, there's a map, that looks cool. Scrolls found table, nice. Road Crew 2023. Man, I gotta do the Road Crew thing. Maybe 2024 I'll finally get my act together and try to do some Road Crew games. I think that'd be really cool. Ads for Mutant Crawl Classics, Empire of the East. Maybe they'll do more for Empire of the East, I hope so. We're with the band. So yeah, I got that. I was curious about this, so I also picked up Losing Face by Kevin Kulp. This is for Swords of the Serpentine. I have looked a little bit, just a very, very little bit at Swords of the Serpentine. Let's see if I can get this to actually show up. But if you care to read that, I'll try to move it slow, and you still may need to pause. I really don't know much about Swords of the Serpentine, if I'm honest. Quick start rules, great, are included in this book. That's fantastic. 6 pre-generated heroes, fantastic. Can be found after the adventure. Good, good, good. The game itself is available at Pelgrane Press. Yep, okay. In full color, hardback, or PDF, or preferably, I can't even read, or preferably from your friendly local game store. Agreed, on all counts. Here's the credits page. Based on Gumshoe, right. You know, Gumshoe, I've talked about it before. Gumshoe is kind of, for me, like, a little bit like Fate and a little bit like, what's the other one? Powered by the Apocalypse, where it sort of sells itself as rules light, but I feel like, at least when reading the rules, it comes off as like a stealth rules heavy game. So, like those other two, I haven't really had much opportunity to play them. So I could be full of crap, but that's how it comes off when I read the books. You know, I've read a couple of Fate books, and they just feel brutally weighted down with rules. I've read a couple of Gumshoe books, and one of them, Against the Unknown, which was a super stripped down book, was cool. It was great, and I felt like it was going to be very rules light and everything. But then I actually sat down and read Trail of Cthulhu, and I found it to be kind of like Fate, where it felt like there was just too many rules. And then I found the same thing to be the case with Powered by the Apocalypse, where it just feels like there's a a rule or a move or something like that for everything you want to do. It seems to get a little too crunchy for me. But again, maybe I'm full of crap. Whatever the case, Sword of the Serpentine seems interesting. I'm always curious about, fantasy is not my genre necessarily, although I have found in recent years I have warmed up to it to a degree. But still not a big D&D fan, so I'm interested in fantasy games that are not D&D. So there's really not much in the way of, creepy. I was going to say not much in the way of art, but then there's this creepy image. There's no face. That's cool. Oh, and yikes. Right. Yep. So actually, it's a pretty substantial, I guess if it's got the quick start rules, maybe it's not as substantial as that. Well, here we go, losing face. Yeah, actually it is. So we've got, it looks like the rules are really from page 3 to page 9, and then from page 10 to page 30 is the adventure. So that can be a hefty adventure depending on how it's written and everything. So anyway, then we have some pre-generated characters. That's great. Oh, and a character sheet you can photocopy. That's nice as well. That's a really nice quick start. So that's the quick start and adventure for Sword of the Serpentine, adventure for Dungeon Crawl Classics. And as I have said many a time before, on Free Comic Book Day and Free RPG Day, you should always make sure that if you are financially able, that you buy something. So I bought something while I was at Labyrinth, and that is A Visitor's Guide to the Rainy City by Beauregard Herdebard. That's got to be made up right. Maybe not. I don't want to judge. Hey, if you see my name, forget it. Anyway, Master and 4 Wardens of the Fraternity of the Art of Mystery of Haberdashery and Millinery. It's a hat. Anyway, whatever. As a revolutionary in a rainy city, sometimes you have to stick it to the man with knives. That's actually very true. So this just looked interesting, and I like supporting interesting and independent published product. Well, here, let me show you the information in here. That's from Superhero Necromancer. Okay, sure. I like the art. So, very medieval. It almost reminds me of the, what is it? It's the engravings in the 9 Gates of the Kingdom of Hell, or whatever the name of that book is from the 9th Gate. Oh, that just reminded me of it. But as much as everybody involved in that movie apparently is a problem, I really did enjoy that movie, and I love the book that it's based on, The Club de Mas. It's a really good book. Arturo Perez Reverte. Somebody described him as the Spanish Tom Brokaw. So this has some cool art, and it's apparently it's a rainy city. And, I've talked in the past, I really like my urban settings for fantasy stuff. This looks like it's like it's got a late Middle Ages, early Renaissance-y vibe to it. There's an octopus, operating a wagon the way you do. So that's pretty cool. That guy's got an extra arm. Cool. I don't know what's going on there. That's great. It looked interesting. So I look forward to giving it a perusal, and maybe this will go in my tool chest of interesting settings for characters in DCC, or some other fantasy game to go into. I don't know. We'll see. All right, so that was my free RPG day haul from Labyrinth. I'm going to do a separate video for the other store that I went to. In the meantime, I'm going to enjoy some gin and juice out of this sweet R2D2 tiki glass that a friend of mine just brought back. So, it's good stuff. Check out below for links to my author page, my Patreon, buy me a coffee. Check out my Amazon wish list if you really feel like making it my birthday all year round. I sure do. And, yeah, you know, the other stuff that's down there. I'm sure there'll be something interesting for the whole family. That's not true. That's a lie. It's just for you. All right, take care.